Let's see something here. Descriptions. Okay. What I'm not sure of here is let me do this. Need to make sure I can use it. Now live on YouTube. Okay, excellent. There it is. Let's see. Give me one more second. I'm trying to... I had problems again the other night. I had a problem the other night with the getting the dreaded, this was streamed 55 years ago, which meant that that the video would never, that the replay was never available. And I actually spoke to an agent about that. Of course, they were basically worthless. Okay, but anyway, welcome back to our online sales analysis with SQL Server database. And yes, as you can see, we're going to continue to use VS Code. I uninstalled the SQL tools. Why? Because I uninstalled the purchasing power. I uninstalled SQL tools because I was getting a conflict. It kept trying to start a SQL tools connection, and I couldn't do it because I don't have a working username and password for SQL Server. All I have is just a Windows authentication. So anyway, let's pick it up back we left off. Over here again, you can see our connection up here. Here's our table we're working with. It's conveniently called, what's it called? That's right, it's called working. That's our clean data set. So first of all, we're going to look for by customer segment. We have two customer segments. Okay, we have wholesale and retail. And no, I'm not going to create a discount for the wholesale. So don't even think about that. Okay, don't even think about that. So we're going to come up here, right? We're going to say, let's come down here. From working, all right? So we have two ways we can do this. We could say, something, transaction date, comma, customer class, comma, you can do account, okay. So this would be an order count. Let's take a look at average sale, okay? Total price. Oops. We're going to warm up with some of the easy questions first, okay? What I'm thinking of, we could ask ChaGPT to write the SQL code to do a by month and year. We may try that, or we may simply just try to want to go do? By, we could do it by date. Let's do it by customer class. That way we'll have the class, comma, so let's try this, see what this does. So this is saying total price. Right there it says total price, doesn't it? That sucks. Why is it doing that for? Why is it doing that for? Okay. Does this work up here? Does this work? Okay, so let's just come up here and do this. I'm not sure why we have to do that if it's only one connection. I'm not sure why we have to do that. Okay. What did we change that to? Did we change that to total sales? Don't just sit there in the background and give me a hand here, okay? I need some encouraging words this evening because we're not starting off. We're starting off with a really simple query, but it's not enough to do us any good. See something here? Online sales, tables, working columns. It is total sales, isn't it? This hasn't been updated yet. Refresh. Okay, good. So it only reads. It only reads. Good. Here we go. So we got it sorted by month and year. So we come down here, and at some point we should see. At some point we should see wholesale. Okay. So let's start off with a quick plot over here, shall we? Customer class. Let's overwrite that. All right. What if you just do this? Well, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? So this would be the sum of orders. So this would be the number of orders by so that's interesting. So is that's interesting. That's interesting. Well, look at this. This is interesting. If you fix this up down here, we got retail up there, also over here. Interesting. Okay. So we got that. We got that one thing there. Oh, look. Oh, see what it did? It created a pivot chart, didn't it? Interesting. Let's see something here. So let's go over here. Let's bring this also. What we could do is this. We could move customer class over to here, right? Get rid of that. Just keep months. Months and years. Okay, so there now we get a picture of the sales, the number of orders by months and years, okay? So you go over here next time, try to do a second pivot chart. Okay. Go over here, do transaction date, do customer class. Now customer class should be legend series. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't noticed that before. Values, average sales. Okay. Okay. So now we got average sales in dollars, so this is sort of interesting. Wholesale, retail dollars. Wholesale is I'm not quite sure, retail. So the blue is retail, and the red is wholesale. So they're really, in terms of number of orders, they're really pretty obvious. But you do see in the second half of it, you do see an increase. Go back over here now. And let's just do this. Let's just expand this out to months. Okay? Now let's get rid of this. So that gives us some idea of the of that value. So that's good enough. So now this would work, right? This would give us the unique count, but it wouldn't actually return it inside the value itself. Right? This would give us a, so where does it tell us how many rows we return? 4,738 unique customers. Okay, what we want to do is, this is one of those things that's embarrassingly simple, but you know what, hey, what the heck. And this is always the case. Oh, interesting. All right, very good. Very good. Huh. It's kind of embarrassing. We should have, of course, known that one, right? This is one of those things we'll keep in the back of our heads, all right? So we're doing the distinct inside the count. Interesting. Number. All right. And there we have it. Excellent. So let's go and save this. Let's move on down. What is the average quantity sold per product? Okay. Now, what I want you to notice is we're basically going to reuse a lot of the same code. Okay. It's just all we change is, for instance, it's just like the it's just like the categorical variable, right? So you come over here. So we want it by product sold. Let's see. Now we have a lot of products, okay? That's an interesting question. What about product name? How many unique? Let's do a bonus question here. How many unique products do we have? Okay. Product lookup. Okay. How many unique products do we have? Now, you know what? It could actually answer that question someplace else. It could ask that question someplace else down the line. But let's just do it up here. So we have 3,767 different products. Interesting. All right. That's actually an incredibly useful way to do this, isn't it? And as always is the case, stop by and say hi, okay? Average quantity sold per product. So we're going to do by going ahead and putting the table down there from the from statement. It allows us to do completion for the column lookup. See what I'm saying here? Average quantity sold. Quantity. Let's do a see, there's a lot you can do, really good analytics you can do with basic SQL commands. Where's the average sales come from? Is that someplace up above? See, that's what it's looking for, okay? Product lookup. Let's do this. Let's only look at the top 10, okay? Let's try this again. And of course we could dump this out to a spreadsheet. And do a very quick plot, right? Alright. Let's change it to my new favorite plot. There we go. So this is average quantity sold. We sold a whole lot of tea towels, didn't we? This is my new favorite plot, by the way. Alright, so you got that taken care of. What's next? What are the most popular product combinations? Let's take a look at this one here first. I'm not sure what product combinations mean. Select from working. Average unit price per category. Okay. Category, comma, average, unit price, nice descriptive name. Let's just look at the top 10 again. Okay, good. So what we can do is, we can't do this because we don't know the hours of the day. Let's look for something. We can't really do, well, we could look at countries. We can't really look at the average sales amount for completed orders. So we're going to call this orders only, not taking into account returns, okay? Yeah, no, I'm trying to, we already know the answer to this one here, don't we? The country with the highest number of sales is the UK. What are the most popular products in each country? Important considerations. So what do we have? Let's just do this. Let's do it by stat. So what we're looking for are status, but let's just do OIDSTTUS, comma, total price. So this it should be total sales. Huh, that's interesting. So the average sale is $119. So, well, is this a CTE or subquery? Well, sales growth can be what? The sales growth mean a percentage change over time, or just a general trend? Yes, I would say there's a seasonal trend. Definitely the fourth quarter seemed to be our best year, although we only have a year's worth of data. Let's come down to this. Now, why that's saying total price and not total sales, I'm not quite sure at this point. Let's also look at the and this will be the last code for this evening. And again, let's just look at top 10. Since the question was sales, why is that saying? Why is the completion saying? Yeah, because the UK is the 800-pound gorilla in the room, right? But let's take a look over here. What about who has the highest average sales? Well, Sweden has the highest average sales. Who has the most orders? But the United Kingdom has the most orders and the most dollar amount. But Sweden again has the highest average sales. In the UK drops all the way down to $103 per average per order. So I'll leave it to you to decide which numbers are the most important. With that, my dear friends, a nice 35-minute session, and we will pick it up Wednesday evening and try to wrap up some of these other questions here, okay?